Hi guys, I thought I'd just make a little video for you to show you the drums that I use in my work when I'm drumming, particularly at my workshops when I'm drumming for wellness, personal development, or maybe just drum circles and so on. And also these are drums that you could use, particularly if you're a beginner drummer, you don't have a drum. Here's some ideas that of drums that you can maybe purchase. Most of the drums I have here are pretty ordinary, well-known drums, very familiar to most people, and most of them would be available in most music stores as well, or if not, you'll certainly get them online. Depending on why, on the reason that you want to drum, of course. If you want to play in drum circles, most of these drums will do. If you want to drum for health and wellness, personal development, meditation, whatever, you can use any of these instruments. So I want to get through them kind of quickly rather than have a very long video. So we have most of them are hand drums, and then we have some drums that we can play with a stick or sticks. Now the first thing we'll have a look at is some of the hand drums, and I have in front of me here one of the most popular hand drums now, which is called a Gemba. Gemba looks like this. It's a goblet shaped drum, and it's made from, has a wooden shell, a wooden body, and a goat skin. Very handy drum, not too big, reasonably light, heavy, not too difficult to get around. They come normally with a bag, a shoulder bag. You can put them on your shoulder and off you go to your drum session. Before you play any of these hand drums, you must remember to remove any rings you may have on you, because you can damage the drum and you can also damage the ring. So please don't drum any hand drums which are rings. So basically the djembe is it's got a couple of different sounds. We place it between our knees and play it like so. We have some low sounds in the center and high sounds at the edge. There are other sounds indeed, but this is all you need to get going, and to particularly if you're drumming for meditation and health, wellness and so on. Low and high is basically all you need. So that's the djembe. You'll find the djembe in lots of music stores and online as well. You shouldn't have any problem finding one. They would range in price from 180 euros to 300 euros, depending. The diameter of the drum should be around 12 to 14 inches. Be careful if you're buying these online, because sometimes when they arrive they're quite small. They're just actually maybe a child's drum. So make sure that it's an adult sized drum. So there you go, the djembe. Another less expensive drum would be this little guy here called a doumbek or Drabuka. It's pretty much a northern African drum. A Mediterranean kind of area will play this drum. The djembe, by the way, of course, is an African drum. It's West African. So this is very light. It's made from aluminium. It has a plastic head. A lot of the original doumbeks would have fish skin or even snake skin, very, very thin skin, because they have a very, very high pitched sound. But this is a lovely little drum for beginners, because it's very durable. It's also great for transporting, very, very light. You could put this in a shoulder bag and carry it around. The way that we would use it, we would play it as beginners, would be just to place it between our knees like this. And just like the djembe, we get low sounds in the middle and we get high sounds at the edge. But they've got that lovely North African belly dance sound. Okay. Lovely little drum, easy to play. It was quite loud for the size. You'll see people playing them mostly like this in North Africa, Turkey, places like that. They'll place them on their knee. They'll actually have this hand up here. Not a technique that I can really do very well, but so there you go. Lovely little drum. Probably the handiest way to start off playing it would be like so, on your between your knees. The Doumbek or Drabuka, they come in different shapes as well. Some other, you'll find them again online. If your local store doesn't have them, you will find them online. Now, of course, we have some back here you'll all be familiar with, of course, the Bongos. Very, very durable, strong drums as well. Wooden shell, and usually goat skin or calf skin on the playing surface. You'll notice with the bongos, one drum is slightly bigger than the other in diameter. That's the bigger one has a low sound, and the smaller one has the high sound. Lovely little drums, again for beginning. You can put them on your knees like I have at the moment, or you can also get a stand to place them on a stand. Lovely little drums. Lovely little drums, the bongos. Again, nice drums to start off with too. They're loud enough, and you can actually play them. I see a lot of people now playing them with sticks as well, but they would originally mostly be used with your hands. In fact, your fingers, you could almost call them finger drums, okay? So, there you go, the bongos, lovely little drums, and very, very handy. Easy, again, to transport, as you can see, very much so. Okay. How about these guys? I really like these. These are called Congas, and again, most of you would be familiar with seeing the Congas, you know, in bands up and down. Very like the bongos in the sense that we have a bigger drum and a smaller drum. The bigger drum, of course, has the lower sound, and the smaller diameter has the high sound. Not as expensive as you might think. You can get, it depends on, of course, on the brand, but there are some brands that you could buy a set of inexpensive Congas for probably €250, and they're not bad quality. They're quite nice for starting off. Professional players, of course, would be getting the top of the range drums, which can cost even thousands, but you can get inexpensive congas in your local drum store or your local music store. Low sound, high sound. Drums. Maybe one of the drawbacks is the size and the fact that you actually have to get these guys around maybe in a car or something. But if they usually come with bags as well, when they have shoulder straps on them. So you can bring them to your drum session as well. But they've got lovely tone, you know. And this is what you'll find with most of these drums is a lot of people are drawn to the tone, to the sound of the drums, and actually to the feel when they're actually playing. Oh, this one feels much nicer to play. So maybe it's a good idea to if you can, to have a little drum on most of these before you decide to purchase. But if that's not possible, maybe just pick out the one that you think you like the tone of. But the Congas have a beautiful tone, and of course all these drums are tunable too, so you can change the tone on them up or down if needs be. Okay, what else have we got? Yes, this one here. Now this is called a frame drum. Now the frame drum can be played with hands or with a beater, and there are many different types of frame drums, but there is a basic kind of a frame drum that is from the Remo company, and it can be used in any particular form. The frame drum throughout the world is played in many different ways. I mean, a lot of you watching who are Irish will notice that this drum is quite like a bowron. This particular drum isn't actually a bowron, but of course it could be used as a bowron. This one has a synthetic head. A lot of the traditional frame drums would have animal skins on them, like the bowron, of course, has a goat skin. But they're very nice. They're played sometimes like this with your fingers. Lovely. And they're sometimes played this way as well. This is quite an unusual way of playing them. For me, anyway, I wouldn't be particularly strong with this style, where you flip your fingers at the top. Got some nice sounds. The frame drum played by hand. Lovely drums too, and as you can see, very light and very portable. You can carry these guys anywhere, and they'll fit in the shoulder bag too. They come in different diameters. This one here is I think is a 16-inch. So you'll get 14-inch, 16-inch, and even bigger ones, 18-inch, 20-inch. They're very big. The bigger the drum, of course, the deeper the tone. But there you go. Now, this particular drum can also be used with a beater. And most people do play them with beaters, the frame drums, like the Shamanic drums and so on. Tone when played with a nice soft beater. Very nice for meditation, shamanic work, relaxation and that sort of thing. The frame drum. Not too expensive either. You should get them for around, perhaps 50 euros or so, if you're in the Eurozone. But they're definitely not expensive. Another drum that you can use with a beater is something like this. And this is probably one of my favorite drums. This is drum is actually called a Brekkie. You may have to search a bit for a Brekkie. Now, originally the Brekkie would have a strip of leather running across, just one strip of leather. that when you play it, it vibrates. A little like a modern snare drum would, but I didn't particularly like that sound. I thought it spoiled the sound, so I got rid of the leather strip, and I just play it as an ordinary drum, just with the beater. Now, this particular drum really vibrates. So. Actually, when I play it, the whole room vibrates. Beautiful sound, lovely reverberation, absolutely gorgeous. I love this drum. I have it a long time, and I use it most of the time when I'm doing kind of meditation type work or wellness kind of work, shamanic type work. I don't do an awful lot of shamanic work, but occasionally when I'm doing that type of work, I would use the Brekkie. Beautiful drum. As I say, you may have to do a little bit of searching to get a Brekkie, but maybe online or some of your music stores may be able to get you one somewhere. What else have we got? Okay, we've got a big African bass drum back here. If I can get it out now, I'll show it to you. Here we go. Okay. Normally, oh, this is a heavy guy. Normally, I don't want to break my microphone here. In the African drumming, you will have 3 bass drums, sometimes played as a set. A very large one, a middle-sized one, and a smaller one. You don't have to buy them as a set, but you can and play 3 of them, like a little drum set. This would be one of the bigger ones, Dumba. Again, a different tone. But a very nice drum, very big, heavy drum. You can buy them separately. You can buy them separately. Or as a set. Probably it's probably much more interesting to buy them as a set. So you get the 3, so you can play them like a little drum set and make little lovely little kind of melodic rhythms with them. Very nice. Now I have over here a thing called a practice pad. Okay, this is a practice pad. It's got wood base on it, and it's got rubber on the top. It's for practicing drumming. You know, usually used for practicing drum set playing. That would be playing with drumsticks. Okay, but a very inexpensive way to get into drumming is to buy a practice pad for probably €20 and a set of sticks for €5 or €6. Okay, you can probably guess already that there's a lot more technique in using sticks. But you can learn simple rhythms. And there are many tutorial books on learning. You don't have to go too far. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to become a drummer, you have to buy a drum set or anything. No, you can just get some sticks and a practice pad, or even a snare drum, Snare drums are lovely to play on with sticks, except they're quite loud if you're playing at home or practicing at home, so they can be a bit loud. That's why we use the practice pad. And you know, some people might consider getting a set of sticks and a practice pad. Why not? And off you go. Learn some stick technique, and away you go. Now, a drum I didn't show you actually yet is a hand drum that I'm actually sitting on. Call it cajon, and I think most people are familiar with the cajon these days. They are becoming very popular. And not only do you have a drum, but you have a seat, so you can sit on it and play. We play down low, get that lovely low bass sound. We bring our fingertips up to the top. We have that high top sound, with sounds a little bit like a snare drum from a drum kit. Lovely, lovely drum. Get home. I'll just stand up and show it to you there. That's what it looks like. The back has the hole where the sound comes out. So that's your get home. Lovely, comfortable little drum to sit on and play. Maybe not the best if your back's not very good, because you do have to lean forward when you're playing. It's that some people find that a little awkward, but some lovely sounds from it. And you can practice away there, just sit on it and practice, no problem. Again, like most of the drums, you have high and low sounds, bass and tone. That's about it. But there is one other thing I'd like to say, and that is, what do you do if you have no drum at all? You can't afford to buy one. Why not just get a bucket? Simple. Put it between your knees and off you go. If you notice, we have high and low on this as well. And of course, this could be played with sticks as well. We have the middle of the drum, but we have the edge. Okay, so there you go. No expense at all, really. You'll probably get one free. And lots of other ideas for instruments. Here's a little instrument made from just a tin, but some coffee mate came in, so you can get lots and lots of different types of foods come in these tins. When you're finished with the contents, keep the tin, and you can see I have the lid taped up here so it won't come off. I have some rice inside in it. Little shaker for playing along. Very, very good. You can also play this as a drum on one side. Okay, we have that sound because we have plastic, and on the other end we have tin. Okay, homemade drums. And I'm sure you have lots and lots of other ideas yourselves. So there you go, a quick look. Bear in mind, please, that there are many, many, many other types of drums as well. Many. These are just ones that I have handy here in the studio to show you. and they are drums that you'll pick up reasonably easy. Some of the other drums may be a little harder to find, but you'll get most of these in your local music store. Always try them out your local music store first before you go online and help out the local shop. And hope you got some ideas from here, and don't forget, come up with ideas of making your own drums. If you're into drumming and want to learn, if you're a beginner, I have a course. If you go to my website, eddieoneil.ie, you get a link to the course there, and it's for complete beginners, and also on Udemy. If you use Udemy for courses, you'll find it there as well. That is it, guys. The drums that I use, the drums that you can use for whatever particular type of drumming you want to do. Sorry about the video being so long. I hope you were able to stay with us until the end, but we did have quite a bit to show you. And don't forget to subscribe down below. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get reminders. And thank you very much for watching the video through. And don't forget about my course. You'll find the link to the course at my website and on Udemy. So God bless. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.